Good morning, Torrington. I'm Eric Starkey.
And I'm Crystal Albers. It's Thursday, December 7th.
And you're watching Torrington Today.
In yesterday's paper, you can read all about the Christmas celebration last weekend, or at least look at pictures from it. We should maybe have more of those coming to in upcoming issues, but we've got pictures of the parade, and we've also got a story about EWC. They are facing an enrollment decline as compared to last fall, but they have a lot of initiatives in place as well as planned more comprehensive ideas that they're going to roll out, I think, beginning in January. So they're not too worried. They're working on it, and I mean, it's a trend amongst community colleges in the area, so everyone's looking at the same thing.
It's a work in progress.
Yes, it is. And then in Friday's paper, I wrote a story about, I attended a special meeting with the school board, and they're just now starting preliminary, very tentative conversations about guns in schools. Last year, I guess it was earlier this year, the legislature passed HB 194, which says that schools can have staff with concealed carry weapons. So they're just barely beginning to talk about that, not to give anyone any worries or anything. So I attended something. You can read what they're talking about there. Also, we've got stories about mountain lion sightings, and Doug Weeks has been officially appointed chief of police for Torrington, and that's been kind of a long process. He's been the interim chief for about a year now, though, or more. So I guess check all that out in the paper. So
While you got the paper, you can check out the sports section. In yesterday's edition, you can read about how both Lancers teams did last weekend. The Lady Lancers are on a 6-game winning streak.
That's pretty neat.
So that's pretty. It's not every day that a team goes 6 wins in a row. So that's something to read about in yesterday's paper. In tomorrow's paper, you can read about the Maroon and Silver Duels, which is Torrington's inter-squad wrestling duel, and that was on Tuesday. And it was kind of the first look at the Blazers this year, and they got a pretty solid team top to bottom. A lot of juniors this year who wrestled as sophomores last year, so another year of experience under their belt, and we'll see where the season takes them. So you can read about that in tomorrow's paper. You can also read about a second Torrington Tigers team is coming back to Torrington. There will be a 17 and under team as well as a 15 and under team this summer. So there's been a couple of years since we've had an older Legion baseball team here in Goshen County, but the 15 and under team from last summer, no longer 15 and under, but
Sure.
they still want to play baseball here in Torrington, so they'll be forming an older team, and it looks like there will be enough interest from former Little Leaguers that can now form a 15 and under team as well. So looks like we're going to be back to 2 Torrington Tigers teams next summer.
It should be an exciting baseball season.
Yeah.
All right, well, in upcoming events, this weekend is the 2-shot goose hunt. And I guess if you don't have it already reserved, that you're going to go to that, there's not much chance you're going to get in. But know that that's going on around us. Also, I guess that's mainly what around here is going on this weekend. Next week is going to kick off some more Christmas events, but we'll talk about that more on next week's video. So.
Well, if you aren't going to the 2-shot, there's tons of sports you can go to. Tonight, Torrington Wrestling, I mentioned them a little bit ago, but they start their regular season tonight in a duel against Cheyenne Central. This weekend they head to Cheyenne East, so 2 chances to catch them. As far as basketball goes, Torrington will be in Chadron on Saturday, both the boys and girls, and Lingle Fort Laramie and Southeast. All 4 of their teams combined will be heading to Burns for the Burns Winter Classic. That's Friday and Saturday. As far as wrestling goes for Lingle Fort Laramie and Southeast, they'll be up in Lusk tomorrow, and then Harrisburg, Nebraska on Saturday. So if you want to catch them, Lusk might be a more manageable drive, but you got 2 chances to catch them this weekend as well. So a lot of things going on.
Mm-hmm.
As far as EWC goes, both the men and women will be taking on WNCC on Saturday in Scotts Bluff. So you can make a short trip to Cougar Palace to root on your Lancers against their rivals. So that should be a pretty highly contested game, so I'm looking forward to that. So
Cougar Palace.
I like it. I think EWC should name their gym Lancer Palace. I don't know. It doesn't have a ring to it, but
Yeah, like Lancer Castle or...
we're workshopping it.
Send us your... and we'll pass them on to EWC. I don't think they'll take our word for it.
As far as weather goes, If you're a member of Two Shot or on the road this weekend to watch sports or really doing anything, it's a pretty nice weekend. Unless you're looking for snow. If you're a snow type of person, you might have to wait a little bit longer. But today's high is 41, so we're creeping back up from where we've been the past couple of days. And tomorrow we're looking at 53, but 25 to 35 mile an hour winds. So be sure to still wear your coats tomorrow, even though it's 53 for a high. And both Saturday and Sunday we're looking at 57 and sunny. So a little chillier than last weekend, but as far as middle of December goes, I'll take 57 every day. So can't complain with that.
No.
Well, there you have it, Torrington. I'm Eric Starkey.
And I'm Crystal Albers.
And you've been watching Torrington Today.